I am Derek Menard. I served in the United States Army with the 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment in Fulda, West Germany. I worked on the Cobra helicopter. I was part of the 4th Squadron, and our job was air support to fly the border every day and also air support for the armored folks. Being in the military really taught me to be part of a bigger team. It taught me to serve others and really what that truly meant. I did it for people here to have a choice, for people to have a choice to be who they are, what they want to be, all of those freedoms that we really embrace in our country. I am very thankful to the veterans who believe in self-sacrifice. They put others before self. They volunteered to stand up and serve our country and to protect our nation. And for that, I'm truly grateful.
My name is Matthew Munch. I was Captain Matthew Munch of the United States Army Infantry. I was in the process of applying to law schools when September 11th happened. So I decided to essentially put being a lawyer on hold and go join the Army and volunteer for the infantry. Any veteran who you meet didn't know how it was going to work out. It doesn't matter whether there was a war going on when they volunteered or whether it was peacetime. They didn't know what was going to happen. They didn't know whether they were going to be one of the ones who made it out the other end or didn't. So at the very least, anybody who served, and it doesn't matter in what capacity, not only demonstrated courage, but demonstrated courage in order to serve others. If we want people to do that in the future, then we need to take consideration of those who did it in the past.
My name is Becky Zizak. I served in the United States Marine Corps and I was a sergeant. I just felt like after 9/11, I just needed to do it, and the Marine Corps was the hardest branch, so why not go for the hardest branch? Being a veteran means that I had the honor of giving up 4 years of my life to serve my country so that other people could continue to have freedom of speech, freedom of action, freedom of choice. It meant missing important family trips and birthdays and my sisters growing up so that I could help protect the country's freedom. All of those missed events are really hard to not be there for, but I think in the overall grand scheme of things, I'm proud of what I did, and all of my family is proud of what I did. Whether you were in for 35 years or you just did National Guard every once in a while, it's all appreciated and it's all important, so thank you.
I'm James Maxson, and while in the Air Force, I obtained the rank of Senior Airman, E4, and I was a firefighter. Where I was stationed, which was Kirtland Air Force Base in Albuquerque, there were several plane crashes that I responded to through the years. The most memorable one was in 1997 when a commercial airliner, the landing gear collapsed, and we had 140 people on board, and I was the first person there and set up the entire scene. I was only 21 years old at the time. Being a veteran for me means that I served our country and supported all the other military branches through my job as a firefighter.
Hi, I'm Joseph M. Merzinski. I served in the United States Air Force from 1983 to 1989 with the rank of Staff Sergeant. It's been a family affair for me. My grandfather served, my father served, my uncle, my brother. When you raise your hand and pledge to protect this nation, you know going into it that you'll never get all of it back, right? And you can't have a high level of commitment without sacrifice. And I found that there's one thing that can help fill that gap. Simple thank you goes a long way to filling that void. It may seem small from the outside, but it's really big to folks that have served.
Name is Mark Allen Freitag. I retired after 26 years of service as a colonel in the United States Army. It's an honorable profession to serve in the military. We should be proud of those who choose to serve. Combat was certainly much more difficult physically, mentally, emotionally than I ever thought it would be. When I was stationed in Alaska, I took a Stryker Cavalry Squadron. We deployed to Iraq in 2005 and 2006, and we stayed there for 16 months. And 9 of my soldiers didn't come back. Another 120 of them were wounded. To be able to look at those soldiers each and every day and ask them to go outside the wire knowing that they may not be coming back, that's taxing on people. So, most proud of the way that squadron and that unit responded. We not only need to thank our veterans for their service and for stepping forward to serve the nation, support and defend the Constitution, but also to the families who may or may not have really realized what they were getting themselves into when their loved one joined the military. And we need to say thank you to the families too, because they sacrifice equally as much.